Now that the FNAF movie is fully out on Peacock, I'm finally able to get high quality pictures of all of the Easter eggs that I want to show. And that's why today I'm going to be going through some of the more interesting Easter eggs in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Now, if you've got anything that I don't mention in this video, please let me know in the comments so I can include them in potentially a part 2 video, if I get enough. By the way, this video does contain spoilers. Starting off with the Dream Theory book, this is actually a surprisingly important plot point. It's a reference to the theory that started emerging around the times of FNAF 4. It said that the entire FNAF story took place in the mind of a child, with there being a lot of evidence to back it up. Obviously, people weren't too happy with this theory, and if it was ever true, it's been entirely retconned by now. The movie even pokes fun at it when Michael says,
This stuff for real?
Some people think so.
Next is obviously the rainbow ice cream shop. This is a little Easter egg to the annoying ass rainbow from FNAF World. Honestly, there's not really much to say about this one. Next, there's 2 Sparky Easter eggs in this movie, which no one was expecting. First off, there was the coffee shop that's named after him. And then there's also the Sparky costume that Hank gets stuffed into in the parts and service. And I think this is great that they included. It was so cool to see it, and I really just wasn't expecting that. Sparky the dog was a FNAF 1 hoax. He was probably one of the first. And it was a picture of this supposed dog animatronic in the door of the parts and service. Next, we've got MatPat appearing in Sparky's restaurant, and I think this was also really cool to see. His name tag even says Ness, which is a really funny reference to his video, his theory, his most despised theory, where he claims that Sans is Ness. The next Easter egg that I wanted to point out was the "It's me" writing on the mirror at one point when Mike wakes up from one of his dreams. This is a reference to a common hallucination. It's definitely from FNAF 1, but I'm not sure if it's from FNAF 2 as well. I don't know if it comes up there as well, but yeah, it's quite an iconic FNAF line. The next Easter egg I wanted to point out, in this classroom scene here near the beginning of the movie, on the blackboard in the background there's a bunch of words, and the words show bear, bunny, fox, chick, and puppet, which is in reference obviously to every single animal from FNAF, and the puppet, which is not an animal, but you know. Next, we've got the Springlock suit that Abby gets stuffed into. Now, this has a striking resemblance to Ella from the Silver Eyes novel, which I think is really interesting because Henry isn't mentioned anywhere in the movie. I don't know if this is just an Easter egg or if that's actually a lore plot point, but I really hope Henry does get included in the second movie, because he's one of the most iconic characters from FNAF, and he's one of the most interesting for them to explore in the movie. You can also see, God knows if it's Henry or not, but in the VHS tape that Mike is watching, there's a man who's building the animatronic, so hopefully that's Henry right there. I don't think it's Mike's dad that is Henry, as I've seen a couple other people suggest, because Mike has no clue about Freddy's before he gets a job there, so I don't think he's got anything to do with Freddy's. But yeah, I really hope that is in fact Henry making the bot there. Coming up, there's 2 Silver Eyes references, one of them being when the animatronics drag William Afton away after the Springlock failure, and I think that's a pretty cool callback. And then the last Easter egg that I've got for you, which is the other Silver Eyes reference, is when Foxy is hunting down Abby. And that's obviously a reference to in the Silver Eyes when Foxy's trying to hunt down Charlie in the arcade, and he's like knocking over the arcade machines and stuff. And that's every Easter egg I've got for you today. As I said, if there's any others that I missed, please tell me them in the comments so I can make a part 2 or an update video to this video. Hope you enjoyed, and yeah, let me know if I missed anything. Thank you and have a nice day. Think about subscribing maybe?